This has been a bad week for flock surveillance. On February 12th, Amazon announced they were canceling their partnership with Flock, and on that same day, the Indiana Senate voted overwhelmingly in favor of engrossed House Bill 1150 that limits the installation of new Flock cameras. The Indiana Senate passed an amended version of the House bill, and in this short video, I'm going to explain exactly what that bill does and why I am optimistic it will be law by the end of this month. I am Dr. John Padfield, an engineer turned state representative turned business professor, and this is Business Reform, where business, technology, and society intersect. I am currently in Mexico City, where I am speaking at an international cryptocurrency and privacy conference called Monerotopia. I will soon be making a video about the privacy advantages of using Monero for financial transactions. I used to talk about the twin threats to our privacy coming from government surveillance and surveillance capitalism, but this slide is somewhat outdated for two reasons. The first reason is the line between government surveillance and surveillance capitalism has been blurred because governments are now selling our data to data brokers and purchasing our data from data brokers. The second reason this slide is somewhat outdated is because it ignores a smaller third threat to our privacy. A group of people C.S. Lewis called omnipotent moral busybodies. That's right, we are talking about homeowner associations. Indiana House Bill 1150 contains several provisions protecting the individual rights of people who live in communities governed by homeowner associations. I simplified the legalese of House Bill 1150 into plain English, and I have included a link to the full text of the bill in the description of this video. Simply put, House Bill 1150 prohibits homeowner associations from banning internal combustion vehicles or lawn equipment, and it prevents them from banning the display of the American flag. While I agree with those provisions, the most important part of the bill also prohibits homeowner associations from installing, maintaining, or operating their own automated license plate readers, but it does still allow a law enforcement agency to install a license plate reader, provided only law enforcement has access to the data. That prevents Ken and Karen from automatically tracking how long your guest stayed at your house last Friday night. The bill also prohibits county or municipal governments from adopting or enforcing a utility usage data ordinance. That last provision addresses a topic known as smart meters, and I will be making a separate video about that in the near future. House Bill 1150 is another win for privacy because Flock has been pushing the privatization of mass warrantless surveillance to homeowner associations. So where do things stand in the legislative process, and why am I so optimistic this bill will become law? The Indiana House passed the bill by a 65-23 vote on January 20th, 2026. The Indiana Senate then passed the bill by a vote of 37-10 on February 12th, 2026. However, the Senate amended the bill, so it has to go back to the House because identical versions must pass both the House and the Senate before it goes to the governor. The Senate amendment was not controversial, and I know that because it was passed on a voice vote rather than on a roll call vote. The Senate amendment made a few minor changes to the bill, such as including the Indiana flag on the list of things a homeowner association cannot ban. I fully expect the Indiana House will pass the Senate version of House Bill 1150 within the next week or so. Assuming the Senate version passes the House, the bill will then go to Indiana Governor Mike Braun, who has 7 days to either sign the bill into law or to veto the bill. If he does neither, the bill automatically becomes law without his signature. In the event Governor Braun were to veto the bill, under the Indiana Constitution, it only requires a simple majority of the House and Senate to override the governor's veto, so it is very likely a veto would be overridden. Privacy and liberty are inseparably tied together. Whether that privacy is directly lost to governments or whether corporations and homeowner associations serve as middlemen, we cannot be a free people if our every movement, our every purchase, and our every communication is monitored, recorded, and analyzed to ensure we aren't
holding unacceptable views.
Governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed, and in the case of House Bill 1150, I applaud the Indiana House and Senate for working to help protect our privacy. If you enjoyed this video, please join me for my Office Hours live stream And if you want to support my work bringing you privacy tips, news, and reviews, please consider joining me on Patreon. And if you happen to live in Southern Florida, please join me for my Brushfires of Freedom tour stop in Fort Lauderdale on Friday, February 20th. What is going on in your state that I should know about and possibly make a video about? I can't wait to read your comments.